I beat his ass, right? And then he just keeps jumping back, and I just like stood in the middle of the screen and put the controller down and looked at him. Full time 40. We're back. It's your boy Terrance.
Yo, what up? It's Jacob. We're here with Jotaro Gomez or whatever this guy's name.
Jotaro Gomez. Yeah. Jacob's been saying this.
Soma Cruz.
He's been like saying this off channel, but he looks like Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, he looks like.
We legit
Jotaro
found
Kujo.
the actual picture too of like Jotaro in like the all white. So yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, from part 4. All the fans know exactly what I'm talking about.
I never watched JoJo.
He doesn't have
so-
the hat though, but you can pretend his white hair is the hat.
Okay, Jacob, I'm getting lost. So
You're getting lost. All right, open the map. Let's take a look.
Okay, so I'm here in this blue square. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's gray squares everywhere. I'm sure I need to go there, right?
There's gray squares. Maybe you can't go to that one, but maybe you can go further.
So
wait. What about all the way down where there's that blue door that leads to nothing?
All the way down. Okay, so why don't you guide me?
All right.
Okay, we got Guts Man. Do I want his power? You know what? I don't think I've ever got his power ever. And I think I've tried.
I think his power is not that good. He just throw like a really slow rock.
Listen, I love Guts Man, so don't, like I've already established this. Iconic Mega Man villain, all that stuff. Oh shit.
You know what sucks?
He's not worth killing.
You know what sucks is like when you see a really cool enemy in this game and you like grind to get their power and it's just a
trash.
Stat. It's just a stat.
Oh yeah, I
boost or
forgot.
something.
You know that's the one enemy's power. I think it's just like Skeleton Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, you just get like a stat increase. You're like, oh wow, I thought that was gonna be tight, but it was not tight.
And I will say that's the one dope thing about this game is the balance is really good. Like how you have the 3 different stats or the 3 different power soul grid, where one's an ability, one's a passive, and one's a stat.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just good balance.
It's just like it's like a variety, you know. So if it was just active powers, then it's like
so. Which one
you're only gonna use one.
Are we talking about the one in the very bottom left corner down there?
I was talking about the bottom right because there's also one on the bottom right.
That's what I'm talking about. Was the bottom right. Okay, I'm going back there now.
Okay.
I don't think there's nothing there, but we'll look anyways, Brody.
Yeah, I mean,
I was there already, but we'll see.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, man. Castlevania games, you get lost. Don't be too proud to look at a guide. Trust me, it'll just save you frustration. As an avid Castlevania or Metroidvania fan, looking up guides, do not be too prideful. You will just save yourself time and energy.
And as also a longtime Metroidvania fan, guides make it less fun for me. So I don't usually look up a guide.
Okay, as an avid Metroidvania fan, longtime fan, okay, very long time fan.
I'm just saying these are 2 different points of view with 2 different opinions.
No, one is right, one is wrong. So what I'm saying is that as an avid Metroidvania fan, if you get frustrated, is what I'm saying. Now this is where I think the opinions differ. Depending on how frustrating this gets for you, is where the guide kicks in. I think Jacob's the kind of person, he's like a masochist, where like he enjoys the pain of figuring this out.
No, but I don't get frustrated when I'm lost. That's the part that's fun for me, is that I'm lost and I'm
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Trying to navigate the map. It's like, that's fun. Oh, I can explore here. Oh, maybe I can go back and, see what's
okay,
over
cool.
here.
If we ever get lost in the woods, I know like which one of us is gonna be panicking, which one's gonna be like.
First of all, real life is not video games. I'm not that dumb. All right.
All right.
If I do not want to get lost in real life. That's why I play games.
Right. No, because honestly, like for me, it's like I just come to the point, or I've got to the point in my gaming life where it's like it's like you got to know yourself as a gamer. Okay, you got to know what's enjoyable and not. For me, getting lost starts to get frustrating, and it's like, okay, I gotta look at a way to get the fuck out of here. I'm just gonna hate myself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also like we have a very different tolerance of our patience. Like Terrance is a very impatient gamer. And I'm very much like I can play slow and like wait, bide my time when I'm playing games.
Right. Well, that's why I like action games so much.
Yeah, and when I play action games, I usually just find like I take my time to find just the easiest, most effective way to win, and then it gets kind of boring.
And then I'm over here like, let me style out and do all these cool stuff. This is what I want to do. Like, I'm gonna go style out and get really good at the cool stuff. That's what I like doing.
That's why I like action games where there's like a mini game goal within the fight.
Oh right.
Like what's that one? Astral Chain.
Yes. Oh, that was awesome, dude.
Like you're trying to build up to do like that one combo that does like the most damage.
Bro, you want to talk about a game I completely forgot? I think I'm just gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna completely delete all my stuff and just play that again. Yeah, this was this thing, remember? And it opens up when I walk away. Oh, I got a backdash his mouth, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, it was a
all
mystery.
right. See, we figured it out. Wasn't that fun?
No,
I mean, you just had to walk back there and figure it out.
I mean, yeah, something. Okay,
You
look,
weren't that lost.
you know what's really funny about this? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I don't get about me at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what makes no sense about me.
Okay.
All right. So I am admittedly impatient when it comes to getting lost, and when it comes to like games like where just exploring gets on my nerves sometimes. And for some reason in my life, my two favorite gaming series is Resident Evil and Zelda. Two games where like part of the game is like getting lost and figuring out puzzles, right?
Yeah, and those are like the two things that you on paper shouldn't like.
And what's really funny about that is I called you a masochist. I think I was playing Zelda one time. I was replaying one of the Zeldas because, in my free time, I go back and play like, okay, that was nothing there but a whip sword. That's fine. But in my free time, I go back and play a lot of my older games. And I was playing, I think, I don't know which one it was. I was just like, I was playing freaking Minish Cap. And I was like, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? I get so frustrated playing these games, but then I enjoy it. Like I enjoy, like I can't explain it.
It's just that feeling of like having to figure it out because, in real life, what's there to really figure out?
True.
But in these video games, it's like, oh, this is this inconsequential this problem that you can solve that doesn't really matter, doesn't really affect your real life.
Right.
And I think that's a very appealing.
And also, Astro Chain, by the way, made by Platinum Games, so Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, they know what they're doing. Well, they don't.
Yeah, at the same time, I couldn't get into Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, you get why they're awesome. It's just not for you.
Yeah. Look, what's down below?
It's
also
also
a blue door down there.
You sure that could be a graphical glitch? But we'll see. Oh yeah, I can't get down there.
You can't slide. Okay.
Yeah, I can't slide. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got a whip sword, so you're welcome.
Got my whip
We're
sword.
coming all the way back here.
Yeah, we got the whip sword. That's all that matters.
Try it out, bro. Let's whip some shit.
I'll save the game real quick and let's equip it. Is it gonna be one of the ones with the vertical strike? I don't
remember.
Okay, so I have Ivy's sword from Soul Calibur. Same amount of attack.
Nice.
Oh, that.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It's slow though.
It's slow, but
yeah, I can't do that. Can't rapid fire attacks. It just gets more range.
That's true. That's more my style weapon, long range.
He's like, stay over there while I'm over here.
Yeah, I like those nice like those tactical slow weapons.
I'm a speed demon. It's so funny because like even in fighting games, like my friends that know me, like in the FGC world, they always will recommend me like the characters that are like fast and stuff. It's like, damn, am I really that impatient?
And that's funny because a lot of characters I see you play are turtles.
I know, it's really weird. It's kind of like for some reason in Monster Hunter, I like the bigger weapons. I feel it just
I was surprised at that too.
They're just so satisfying, man.
I was like, because I was so sure you were gonna play longsword because it's basically like a katana,
right?
And I still think that you would enjoy longsword,
right?
But yeah, I mean, switch axe is cool, great sword is cool. Like I love all the weapons, so like
right.
I would never be upset at what weapon you choose. There are some people that really hate on some of those weapons, though.
Oh, of course, dude.
There's like,
I hate the daggers and stuff. I feel like I'm doing no damage. I'll tell you the only weapons I hate in Monster Hunter are the gun weapons because I feel like people that play guns don't want to play the game.
So like it's kind of a different type of difficulty with the guns because you have to manage all the ammo types and depending on the gun, like of course if you're playing light bow gun, it's probably the easiest. Because you could like run around like a third-person shooter, but if you're playing heavy, you could barely walk when you have the gun out. So it's still pretty hard. And then if you're playing,
it's like you're holding a minigun or something.
And if you're playing bow, like you still have to be right up on the monster's dick. You can't be like
bow is fun. I like bow.
Bow is super fun.
Bow is fun. I played bow. Yeah.
Especially with the new moves because you get that aerial.
And we're talking about Rise by the way.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah. Where you get the aerial shots. Super cool.
Yeah,
I don't even count regular bow as ranged anymore.
Yeah, it's different. It's like I had a friend that played the one that makes you slower when we were playing World, and like it just didn't look fun. I'm like, bro, you're just like sitting back shooting while we're doing all the hard work.
I mean, shooting is still fun for some people. Like if you want to play a third-person shooter,
right?
I mean, I don't prefer that, but my favorite is Sword and Shield.
I think for me it's just not a stat. It doesn't make the game feel. For me, like in games, like I like there has to be like a satisfaction feeling, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's
like
just
a
no
feedback.
Yeah, and I just feel like in that game, like the guns just don't have a satisfaction to me. It just feels like I'm just wailing because like the monsters have these like these like cool little cycles you have to figure out and all these other things. And when you're sitting back and just shooting, you're just like,
okay, well think about this. What if you're using a gun, but the monster is still aggroing you and that gap closing you constantly, and you have to figure out how to stay away from them? That can be kind of difficult with some monsters. So
of course, but that's like
solo, it's still hard. Obviously, if you're playing like in a group,
I'll tell you, we were playing in a group.
But...
We were playing in a group, and it was like cheating. That's why I was like,
gun is like the mage. Like they just sit back and and sit there and whatever. But
okay, I'm gonna tell you something real quick, and like I have to say this because like
all right,
this doesn't say a lot. I don't think we've ever talked about this, but I used to have an ex-best friend who I've told you about many times. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was the kind of person, and this was like he was very narcissistic, right?
Okay.
And he was the kind of person that he would try to make games easier, but then tried to pretend he was really good at them.
Oh yeah.
And that always drove me fucking crazy. You really want to believe you're good at something because you made it easier. Like, I'll never forget this. He thought he was really good at Street Fighter 3 because he would beat his girlfriend at it. His girlfriend who he just played for fun with. Like, he thought he was tournament level good because he'd be like, she used to play that character all the time, so I knew exactly what she can or can't do.
Okay.
I'm like, right, because she's Justin Wong all of a sudden. She played Chun-Li in Street Fighter 3. I used to be like, whoa, dude, like, he was so full of himself for like the dumbest things in video games.
I know a lot of people like that.
Like he would play like,
they'll be
okay, no, not to cut you off, but like, I'll give you an example. He would like play an RPG game and spend all day early level grinding, like all day, and then pretend he was so good at the game.
He's like, man, look at how easily I beat the last boss while I'm level 99.
Well, it's like, exactly. He was one of those people, and it was like, bro, like that's the thing about RPG games where yes, there's like there's risk and reward and grinding and patience, but like, okay, I'm for real lost.
Just keep going left.
Okay,
leave all those gray back over there.
But it's like the fun part for me in RPG games where you hit that right below the level cap and you actually need to like
yeah,
we're talking about the older ones
where
too.
Like you could die if you make the wrong choice.
Exactly.
That's where it's fun.
That's what made Persona so dope because Persona 5 was like, yo, you want to play hard?
No, Persona 5 is like, I feel like even though when I did New Game Plus and I like was like getting everything to like platinum that game. Even in New Game Plus, when I had everything, there were still moments I could have died because I got the status effect or something.
And that's what makes that game so filthy, where it's like, even if like the game is like, and you can turn the difficulty up too, where it's like, yo, this game could be really hard if you wanted to. And it's like, makes one wrong, like, I remember I played hard difficulty, one wrong move, you're done. Yep. Like, you're done. You make one mistake, you're done. But I love that shit. Whereas like, he always tried to figure out ways to make the game as easy as possible. And then like act as if he like mastered the game, and I don't know what it was. It was so obnoxious to me. It just you ever just like really hate somebody after something like I hate your guts, bro.
Yeah,
you're
all
like
the time.
You're a disgusting person to me. Like I fucking hated that.
Yeah, I had a lot of people like I remember back when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out.
Yeah,
and everybody and their mother had that game because it was so like stylish and cool looking, right?
Right.
And there were people that like only had played against the computer pretty much that were like telling me how they were gonna whoop my ass, whatever. Add me on PlayStation, I can like own you all day, whatever, blah blah blah. And they all had only ever played against computers, so they, of course, they didn't know like anything about the game.
I got a funny thing to tell you with the same exact douchebag friend. But keep going though. I'll tell you after you're done.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it.
There's no punchline? Okay. All right, got it. So the same friend, right? The very first time I played Street Fighter 4, which was like probably the best fighting game I was ever good at. That at MVC 3, but Street Fighter 4, right? This is like during the heyday of my competitive gaming era. Bro, like I'll never forget that same friend thought he could beat me in Street Fighter 4, right? So I go over his house and play it. So he does the tactic that works on Super Nintendo when you play on the hardest difficulty. When you get low on health, all you have to do is just keep like jumping backwards until the computer makes a mistake, and then you can hit them. So let me tell you what he does. I beat his ass, right? And then he just keeps jumping back, and I just like stood in the middle of the screen and put the controller down and looked at him. And he's just jumping back, and he's like, "Are you gonna come get me?" I'm like, "Why should I? I'm winning."
Yeah. Right.
I was like, why should I? I'm winning, bro. Like I have no reason to jump back at all. Like I'm winning the match.
That is so funny.
But it was so funny because he kept doing it. And I'm like, but I'm winning the match. Like, I don't need to jump back at you.
Yeah.
And he got so mad, he turned off the fucking game. And I was like, you're cheating. I'm like, how am I cheating? Because I won't attack you when you want to.
I know people that would turn off the timer because they didn't want to have to, they wanted to be allowed to turtle like that.
Oh yeah. Well, like what really got him was like I beat him with basic tactics. Like every time he would jump in, I would anti-air. Like I wasn't even doing anything crazy. I just
fundamentals.
I beat him with fundamentals, and he just did not know how to handle that. And then I remember he I had a joystick. He made me play with controller because he said the joystick was cheating and it was an unfair advantage.
Wow.
Like he was
That's
so
super funny.
There's nothing in this world like making an arrogant person mad. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh man,
because arrogant people get so fucking angry. Like bro, he was sweating. he was sweating. He was so mad at me. I think I beat him like 18 times in a row like that day.
I can picture his face and I don't even know him.
Yeah, he was fucking sweating. That same friend like recently hit me up and like we talked for like a second. It sounded like he changed, and then let's just say the conversation went south, and I was just like, "Oh, you haven't changed at all." All I'm gonna say is this, guys. Like, some people don't win arguments. Okay, they just exhaust you and disagree with you until you don't want to fight no more.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then like when you're done, when you're just like, "I'm over this," or just like, "That's what I thought."
Yeah,
I won.
They act like they were right.
Yeah. It's just because they don't listen to you when you make your points, and they just keep arguing until you're done with the argument. You're just like, this argument's over, dude. I don't want to do this. This is wasting my time.
Yeah, that's pretty much like debate club from school in a nutshell.
Yeah,
like anybody that was in debate club, that's pretty much what they learned to do.
Yeah, debates don't even exist no more. Everyone just argues their point so you don't want to argue no more. That's how people do.
That's how they're taught to debate.
Like back in the day, it was just like you actually like would learn and be like, oh, you're right. No one does that anymore.
Well, see, that's not a debate. That's a discussion.
Right.
Totally different. Debates are when you just want to exhaust somebody and just win.
Yeah,
it's like a game,
It's like, you know what? You're right. I used to debate all the time. I'm at a point in my life where I don't care to win. I don't ever care. I don't want to win anymore.
I want people to be right. Like I want to tell them the correct information. But if they don't want to hear it, then that's their problem.
That's what gets really frustrating. That's the one frustrating thing about for real. And you know this when like you're right, and then people say that's your opinion, and you're like, there's no opinions with facts. Like
this literally happened.
This is the actual facts.
Yeah.
That's where like the world really got flipped on its head. Because you can't even talk to people now. Pretty much how it works is believe what the fuck you want. That's essentially what I'm telling the world.
Live in your own little like
bubble.
Safe space.
Yeah, where you can believe anything you want that's like real or not. Like, bro, to me, a fact is a fact. I'm not debating facts. Okay, bro, I think we might, after this episode, have to go look up where to go because we are just talking and I am lost.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw a few places you haven't checked yet. Like,
yeah, it's all the gray areas. I know.
Well, okay.
I think so. No, I think I'm going the right place, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we might be going the right way. It's because I got the double jump ability, so obviously it's going to be like...
Yeah, it's like one of those games where like you have to check every single area. Oh, did I need the double jump to go here?
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. No, I've been here before.
I remember this, though.
I think this is it, though.
This is like bringing back so many memories, too.
Yeah, this is right. I think this is right.
I didn't even have a Game Boy Advance, so I played this on the computer.
So I'll tell you. I played. So the funny thing is, I don't even know what it's worth, but because they shut the store. I think you can still get it on the Wii U.
Maybe.
Because the Wii U Game Boy Advance store, I think, is still live.
Wait, so. I don't think they did Game Boy Advance on the Wii U.
Oh, shit.
They did it on the Wii.
Oh, so yeah, it's probably the Wii version then.
But they took the Wii off. Yeah, the Wii shop is gone.
I'm so mad at myself. There's so many games I should have bought that you can't get again, like NES Remix and all that. Man.
You know what was so dope about Sony, though, was like they were going to do the same thing with PS3 and take it offline. And then so many fans complained because there's games you could only get on PSN on PS3.
And then Sony, I saw Sony decided to that was smart.
They kept it up.
Yeah, the Wii store had the Wii store had a handful of games that you cannot re-get right now.
Yeah, especially like a lot of games they re-released from like 64 that just like hundreds of dollars in real life, of course.
Sweet, dude. We figured it out.
We got it. All we had to do was go back to the very beginning of the game.
Oh, just go back to the very beginning of the game. That's all.
Yeah, they want you to like go buy all these places that you can't use your double jump at.
Right.
These old games are sadistic like that.
Oh, dude, that's such a troll move. I was like I said, right in the beginning, you're like, I can double. No, I can't.
Oh, no.
I can't.
No.
Oh, wait. We got a new character.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you this one.
All right.
You're going to talk to yourself. Go ahead.
Strange. I sense a dark power within you. Who are you?
I like that.
It is rude to ask questions before introducing yourself. Yes, you're right. I can't give you my name, but people call me Jay.
I'm not gonna tell you what the J stands for. They just call me J.
Some people call me Orange Jay. Some people call you Jay? Why do you hide behind your real name? Are you a criminal?
I just realized how proper that voice is for him. He's a little whiny.
He is pretty whiny, yeah. Nah, I have amnesia. I was told I was in an accident in 1999. Oh shit, that's the Dracula year, guys.
Oh wow!
Foreshadowing.
It's all connected.
Everybody's Dracula in this game. When I woke up in the hospital, I have forgotten my name and my past. Oh, I see. Well, my name's Soma. Wait, what? I didn't say anything about my dark power. What the fuck's this guy talking about?
Oh,
your dark power. Were you born with it?
how do you know these things?
I don't really know. I just first noticed it when I entered this castle.
It's like funny. It's like a
I didn't
whole
even
conversation
try.
needed to happen to know that.
Yeah, how did you just know? I see. I guess I was mistaken. Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Why have you come to this castle?
Oh my god, bro. Did the writers not catch that at all?
Oh, man. I bet you they do.
They had to have.
Call me Jay. I'm filled with fear when I hear the name Dracula.
He scared himself.
I came here because of a prophecy. I also thought my memory might return. In fact, since my arrival, I felt like my memory is returning. And your accident occurred in 1999, right? Maybe Dracula was involved.
Might connect.
I fear you are correct, especially since I have magical powers. Jay, are you an exorcist? That's a kind of like a random thing to call somebody.
Yeah, it's like out of nowhere.
Are
It's
you an
like,
exorcist?
Are you a mechanic?
Yeah. Well, you might say that, but I work for no one but myself. Well, I must be going now. I'm sure we'll meet again.
You guys didn't see it. You guys didn't see it, but Jacob, when you said I'll be going now, he did an imaginary cowboy hat tip. That's how a character he got.
I got into character. I figured out his voice in the middle of that.
Yes.
Yeah, see ya.
Oh man.
Man, I just like picture him as like a dopey protagonist.
No, that was good, man. That was really good. No, it's like when you like figure that voice out, it's actually starting to fit way too well.
Yeah.
It's almost acting like those annoying dopey protagonists.
I'm just picturing him like he's Yugi, and then he's gonna turn into the pharaoh, you know?
Right.
That's how I picture him.
That makes sense.
Yugi's a little like whiny bitch sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. Bro, I still get mad at that scene when the motherfucker throws the...
Say goodbye to Exodia!
My cards! He throws his cards and he's just like, oh man.
I would have fucking...
I would have thrown his ass overboard.
I said that shit every time I threw his ass overboard too. Like, Yugi.
I was like, all right,
He just...
give me your fucking deck, bitch.
Yeah, the bug guy.
Yeah.
Like, he said, I never figured out how to beat Exodia. And then he just like takes all of Exodia and says, all right, I'm just going to throw you away now.
Yeah, the most fucking valuable card in canon.
Oh, man.
Until the Egyptian whatevers.
And those weren't even legal ever. I remember when I had the Game Boy Advance game of that, like you can unlock the Egyptian cards, but you can't use them. I'm like Obelisk the Tormentor. Like I got Obelisk the Tormentor. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm like,
so when I was in middle school, I got card stock and printed out like fake Egyptian god cards and put them in sleeves.
I remember people used to do that.
And like I would like they didn't have any abilities printed on them, so I would just like say that it did what it did in the show.
Right.
And people would actually like go along with it. And I would like fake win all the time. I was a little brat.
That's really bad, dude. That's so fucked up.
But it's okay because then I got my sideboard stolen, which had a shitload of rare cards.
Damn. Well, I mean, yeah, in the card world, we call that proxying, which is like allowed in certain tournaments. It's kind of like in Magic, legacy tournaments. Like there's proxy legacy tournament just because who the fuck has these cards? Like, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you're allowed like you can even get them printed out like fake like of the Power 9 or whatever. Just
Yeah.
because like all those cards together are worth literally over $100,000. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
why would you like if you had those cards? Why would you want to bring them out in public like that?
yeah, but there's like a lot of times in tournaments where you're allowed to like play like all those cards like proxy, which is fun.
I remember one time I was playing with
Oh, $500, nice.
I was playing Magic with our friend Tyrone.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to play with like his really good cards without sleeves. And so he put just those cards in sleeves and we're like,
We know what your
You
cards
gotta-
are now, you dumbass.
I was like, yeah, you can't do that. You got to put them all in sleeves. And he's like, oh, well then I guess I just won't use these cards then.
I'm like, bro, like it's like it
Like,
also gives you a
did not
massive.
even like think about that, you know?
Well, it's kind of like playing Pokemon, where like the fucking and that's the only card game that does this, where the Japanese cards have a different back than the American cards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so like
And then
you
you
have
can't-
to play those with sleeves.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I pretty much sold my Pokemon cards for PS5 money, and that's only because I literally was gonna do nothing with them. And I pretty much got my PS5 money with my Pokemon cards. But
Yeah,
I
still
remember,
have mine.
I remember my girlfriend at the time was like, "Why would you do that? You could have made so much more money." I told her, I said, "Listen, I'm not super familiar with how to sell these cards, and he could potentially make like 3 times that amount. Keyword is
Yeah.
potential."
Selling cards is hard.
And I told her, I was like, I could do this with video games, but with cards, it was like, look, he gave me a good lump sum. He has the ability to make more than that lump sum. Good for him. I
Yeah.
knew what I was doing the whole time, and I also liked the guy I sold him to.
I follow a channel that's like all about, marketing and making money with Magic. And
Yeah.
he talks about like how hard it is to sell.
Yeah, and it's
individual
like,
cards.
and I was like, look, bro, like here you go, like here's a bunch of old rare cards. You gave me a good amount of money for them. You could probably make this money back off of 4 cards if you're lucky. But if not, they have to sell. That's why I tell people about retro gaming too. You can get a CIB in-case game worth a ton of money. It only matters if people want it. Doesn't matter if it's worth $900.
That's true.
It's only worth the money that people want for it.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the problem with sealed games. No one doesn't really want sealed, even though sealed is worth a ton of money. Like
Yeah, nobody
a lot of
buys
people
it.
people want the game. They want to play it.
Yeah, like why would they spend the extra money to buy sealed?
People,
But,
and the only people that will are those that'll break the seal, and those are far and few between.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're getting over on time, so I'm gonna say we're getting out of here.
All right.
G's until next time, clocking out.
Clocking
and
out. See you
we
later.
will be back, guys.
We'll be back.
Have a good one.